Hey guys, welcome back to our Daddy Show. We'll talk with.
Yes. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's Trot Wham on Twitter. Walter Trotter to some. Let's get it. Who-Bangin Sports Talk. We are back. We back in here. Y'all know what day it is. November 7th, 2022. A full game slate. Today's not Wednesday, but there it is. Full game slate. Yes. Every team plays today. So all 30 teams will be playing today. We'll be breaking down every game. May not have a bet on every game because it's a lot going on, but there is action today that we already locked in. So we do have action today. So let's start off here. Let's start off with the first game. And also, if you guys do hear my son in the background, he will be watching his show in here. So just give me that disclaimer. But we're here, Washington Wizards going on the road against the Hornets. Again, my son is in the background. You will hear him right now. No LaMelo. You got no LaMelo. Gordon Hayward is questionable, I believe, since the last time I checked. Bradley Beal will be out for the Washington Wizards. They are on the road as favorites right now. I believe they're still at 2-point favorites. Very interesting game because both of these teams are pretty much on the losing spectrum of things at this point. You don't have star players on both sides. And then you also have both of these teams are bottom 5 in net rating over the last 5 games. Hornets 30th in effective field goal percentage and 29th effective field goal percentage for the Wizards. Both these teams I don't trust. Both of these teams I don't want anything as far as like every team is playing today. Why would I go for the bottom feeders here, especially when I don't think that they can defend, so they can't go under with that percentage? I don't think that's a good stat to go with the under, even though I understand the under look here, but I'm staying away from this game. I understand why people do like the under. These guys can't possibly, stop each other. You know what I'm saying? They could possibly stop each other, but that's all I'm going to say. I don't have anything with this. This will be backwood number 1 for me. I'm not going to lie, but at the same time, Kuzma Terry show I think is going to be here. I think it's going to be a Kuzma Terry show. Maybe you get somebody out there, playing some good, stats that are accumulated there. There will be some stats there. This next game, I do have action in, though. So we're going to go straight to it. First 3 minutes, we're going to kind of give you an intro. Tell y'all I'm not betting nothing with this Hornets game. I don't want anything to do with it. Pretty much that's how it's going to be. But this game, I have a lot of action in here. At least I have a lot of potential action that I like. And I'm also going to be locking in official play in this game. It's the Rockets going on the road against the Magic. Magic has been favored already this year. They did get the cover. If I'm not mistaken, it was against, I believe it was, I'm sorry, I just drew blank. I got to pull that up. But yeah, I believe they already got the cover so far as a favorite. So that's cool. Good looking for them. As far as the other side of it, the Rockets, they haven't been favored. I'm not sure if they haven't been favored all yet this year. So that's another thing. And also, yes, the Magic were favorites. Where were they favorites? Or they haven't been favorites either. Oh, yeah, this is their first time being favorites. Okay, well, my apologies, you guys. This is the first time being favorites. And actually, the line is already moved. It's at 4.5 when I first capped this game. Now it's at 5 in most spots. Magic possibly are in a pretty good spot, knowing that they have been at the house over the last few games here. What I'm thinking here, bro. I'm sorry, bro. What I'm thinking here is that since KPJ is now listed questionable, most likely I think he will be out. I think you might not have him for the Rockets. That's Kevin Porter Jr. for the Rockets. He's questionable. Jabari and Jalen Green. Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. Both of those guys are more trending on the inside. Both will play, it seems, So the Magic, you kind of have the same situation as far as guys that are out. I don't think that you're going to see that much change as far as production wise, what you expect from this team. I don't think you're going to see that much that's going to change from what we already seen from the Magic, which I kind of give them a positive in that regard. The Rockets, on the other hand, there have been a lot of guys in and out the lineup, guys changing the different roles all throughout the damn season. Guys that are in the lineup today, they're probably going to be mostly scorers. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., who's actually been struggling lately. It seems like they got a little bit of his usage taken away. Some of his usage has been taken away. So we are going to keep an eye on that. We did like the 3-point prop for him, but it's not getting the usage, not getting the looks. We don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Shout out to Dabby Cab in here, Corenzo. Appreciate y'all for hopping in here, man. Hey, man, it's a big card. It's a big card, my boy. We are really locked in right here. So I do like the Magic to kind of have some type of sustainable what they've been doing as far as on the pace, top 10 in pace, seventh in effective field goal percentage, while allowing 115 points. The Rockets are are getting the shooters back. The over has been going over for them 5 of the last 6 meetings. So 5 of the last 6 meetings been going over. Magic are 4 games. The last 4 games they have been over as well. I'm thinking over in this game. There'll be possibly points, but as far as defensively, the only way I'm looking is to think and back the Magic on the defensive side of the ball. So that's kind of pushing me more so towards the side in this game because I think that the defense is going to be a little bit better on the Magic side. They have been able to do things a little bit better on that regard this year so far. And the Rockets, man, they haven't been able to start off hot. They haven't been able to start off hot, or they haven't been able to possibly get it going. I would say get it going. So early on. So right now they're 1-6 ATS on the road so far this year. It's kind of the opposite here for this Magic team. Magic, Magic so far, and I had it written down right here. I think I moved it, bro. This was ridiculous, bro. But yeah, the Magic are 3-1 ATS at the house. So I do think that the Magic kind of continue to keep that trend going on, have some type of consistency, play a lot better defense. It's a lot of things pointing in the Magic direction. I think one of my friends as well is on the first quarter over. First quarter spread for the Magic. But me, I'm just going to lock in on the first half. I did get it at 2.5. I did get it at 2.5 and -110. Yes, I did do that, and that's the way I'm looking here. I'm rocking with the Magic. I think the Magic early is the look. I think they're going to play a lot better defense, have a lot more consistency. Paulo Banchero's already showed us that he's going to be looking to get 20 plus, going head up against the number 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken, as far as Jabari Smith Jr. It kind of seems like he's taking that challenge to be Rookie of the Year. This is a good chance for him and both of them, Jabari, to probably get a little showcase here. But since Jabari's been off the little usage, we're going to stay away from him. Thinking more so on the Banchero props. Maybe Banchero to have 20 plus points and them to win the game. Probably somewhere I'm looking here in this game. I haven't bet that yet, but as far as the official play, it's going to be the Magic in the first half, -2.5. That's the official play for me. I do like this bet a lot. And I think that the Magic continue to do what they have to do there. Also, just to add in, I do like this next game. I do like this next game. This next game, I don't have anything locked in yet, but I do like this next game. And I am waiting to hop on, talk to my guy Ski, which I am going to be on the Pub Hub today as well, within the next hour. So y'all be seeing some of the similar breakdowns that I'm giving out right now, kind of withholding a little bit. But in this game, though, I do want to give a shout out to my guy Ski because he's going to put me up on OKC as far as what they've been giving up on the rebounding side. Last game, they gave up 21 rebounds to Bobby Portis. Seems like they are prime at just giving up a lot of boards to whoever is down there trying to rebound and blocks out. This is the tricky part about this game because the leading rebounder on the Pistons is someone that's trying to become a three-point shooter, and Isaiah Stewart. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he's trying to do that kind of get me a little worried. Like, am I being a little scary? Because it's at 10.5. It's actually priced correctly. It's giving that extra boost to the rebounding disadvantage that the Thunder has. So it's at 10.5. This guy's averaging 9.7 rebounds so far this year. As far as Isaiah Stewart, that's the way I'm thinking here. I think he can possibly go over that because they've been giving it up. They gave up 21 to Bobby Portis yesterday. The last game. And as far as this OKC team, you know, um, they are favored in this game. And I'm sorry, I did get this confused with Orlando just earlier. That's why I got confused here. They were the ones that were favored already this year against the Orlando Magic, as far as the Thunder, and they were able to take care of business. They are favored again in this spot. Pistons, let's be real, they can't score, bro. They can't score. It's just like, man, do you really want to back the Pistons? They are at the house. They are home dogs. I understand backing the Pistons, man. I really do. It just, do I want to at this point with all these games? No, I'd rather go against OKC in the rebounding and take Isaiah Stewart to have at least 12 to 13 rebounds in this game. I think you could get some plus money on that. So I'm going to highlight the homie Ski on this one. We'll see if we can come to some type of. Am I being scary because he's shooting a lot of threes? I'm gonna just ask that question. Am I being scary because he's shooting a lot of threes? He's trying to become a 3-point shooter. So, I've been seeing him hit him. His 3-point prop is at a half of a three as far as Isaiah Stewart. So I've seen him hit him, but I'm not about to just, jump on that. But that's the way I'm looking here in this game. It's going to be Isaiah Stewart to go over the 10.5 rebounds, all the way laddered up to 13. So I think that's probably the way I would be betting if I had to place a bet in this game. Uh, Going on to the next game. Now that we talked about the first three, we did lock in the Orlando Magic first half, 2.5. If you just join us again. The next game here, I really have a lot to say, but I'm not going to say that. Just is hold back a little bit. But as far as the Pelicans and the Pacers, I don't think I'm going to place a bet on this game. So this will be possibly a backwood on the show. I won't be saying too much on the show, I don't think here, but the Pacers are well rested. They are very well rested. This is their fourth. This is the fourth game in November for New Orleans. This is their second for Indiana as far as in November. So number 2 in points in the paint is going. Number 1 in points in the paint is going up the team that's allowing the least amount of points in the paint. So number 2 in the New Orleans is going up against number 1 allowing defense as far as in Pacers. Pacers have been playing sneaky defense in the paint. And as far as what they've been doing and giving up on the 3-point side of things, that's another story. But you're looking at New Orleans being number 2 in opposing 3-point percentage. They've been holding opponents to the second best 3-point percentage in the last 5 games. And then you're looking at this team in the Pacers. They're 4th in 3-point percentage in the last 5 games. Very conflicting styles. One team is holding opponents in the paint. The other team wants to be inside the paint. The other team is playing a lot better on the perimeter. The other team is playing really well defending the 3. So, Herb Jones and those guys are very long. They've been playing really good stifling the defense. We all know about Jose Alvarado for the New Orleans Pelicans. As far as the Pacers, Halliburton, I can't say enough good things about him. Every chance I get, he's probably the clear-cut looking like an all-star out of the younger players on the East, possibly going to be an all-star this year, especially with some of the older guys looking kind of old and possibly not even getting that love, like Kyrie, or Kyle Lowry. Obviously, those guys are definitely not going to be all-stars this year or whatever. So he definitely could slide himself in there. Pacers, man, it's a tough back because the Pelicans are definitely a better look, but I think the Pacers can pull this off and win this game. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think the Pelicans are just in a tough spot. I think they're in a tough spot, and I think they just may have issues here. But again, this is a game that I don't have any action on. I'm not betting, but that's the way I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Pacers, and that's the reason why I'm not betting this game, because I like the Pacers. So that's it, bro. You feel me? That's all I'll say there. As far as the next game, let's go into this game real quick. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Now, Embiid is questionable. He went through shooting rounds for the Philadelphia 76ers. On the I believe they're at the house. They're at the house. They're underdogs here. We all know what happened with James Harden. James Harden is not going to be around for a few weeks, and this game is definitely one of those games he's going to miss. Now, for this Philadelphia 76ers team, there's a lot of questions, bro. There's a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions. Not just starting off with Embiid. Even if he plays, what type of Embiid are we getting here? Is he going to live up to whatever the case he's trying to do? Like, we don't trust him at this point, bro. We got to see it first. That's how I feel. The Suns, on the other hand, they continue to show us. They continue to show us, like, hey, man, we for real about it. And we're not playing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to even think about what two teams trajectories are going to be within the next few weeks, because Suns can always run out of gas, or maybe they're over. They find some regression down the line, and the 76ers could get guys back or get guys established in roles and play really well within the next few games. So right now, I'm willing to bet that the Suns probably continue to whoop down on teams, play pretty well. This is a game that they are going on the road, so they were at the house for a long stretch of games, if I'm not mistaken. They were at home for, it looks like, 6 straight times. Like, it's 6 straight games they were at the house. So now they've been getting out the house. It may be a little bit different, especially with guys that are out for this game for the Suns. Let's talk about it. Like the Cam Johnson having to go through surgery. That's a big blow for their front court. I'm sorry, for their perimeter defense. That's a big blow. And I think Cameron Payne may miss this game as well. So as far as depth wise, you are missing it out with that. But one thing I will say too, I will say this about the Suns, is that Torrey Craig being in there, it kind of helps them, giving them like a little bit better on the defensive side. But it's one of those things, like, you're really depending on Devin Booker to continue to drop 30. He needs to drop 35, 40 plus for them to be able to win this game. I kind of want to go directly at him, because I just don't see Aiden being able to contribute as much, especially if Embiid is in there. I just feel like Aiden always shrinks when it's somebody that's equivalent or somebody that's on his level. He always shrinks. He only plays a little bit better when he got some sort of mismatch or something like that. So I'm not a believer in the finger roll board at all. So that's another reason why I always kind of give these guys a bad grade based off of that. But this 76ers team, now that they have Maxey taking over the helm, possibly getting Embiid back, it's a tough ask. But I think the Suns hold it down. Beat down these guys. I just hate back in the finger roll boy, and that's the reason why I haven't locked this shit in yet. But no Harden is kind of tough to overcome, man. I think that's a lot to ask for this team to be able to overcome, even if Maxey do live up to, averaging 20 plus points. Obviously he's been doing that, but I'm just saying, as far as like 30 plus, getting to the 30, 40 range, you're kind of asking for a lot. And he needs to do that just as much as Devin Booker does. So we got to slow down on thinking that 76ers are a bad team. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Embiid has to show us, and I don't trust Aiden. So it's a tough game. So as far as props or anything, I didn't really look into any props in this game because, again, I don't have any I don't really have anything to say too much about the players other than, Devin Booker points and possibly Maxey points as well. But that's it, bro. That's what only thing I would think here. Next game, we could talk about. I think we talked about that game already. So we got action on this game. So here we go. We have a little bit more of a breakdown for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know where I'm going, how I'm thinking on things. Now, this team got it off their chest last game as far as the Atlanta Hawks, being that they at the house. They got it off their chest against New Orleans, against New York on the road. It feels good at this point, I'm sure. It possibly feels greater now because you think about the Hawks, you're starting to think about a dynamic duo on the backcourt with DeJounte Murray and Trae Young, You have to think that, right? Yeah, at least I have to. I have to think that they have a dynamic duo on those two positions there. But then you go back and look at the actual team that we're really talking about with the Milwaukee Bucks, bro. That's a cool backcourt, right? With the Hawks. But who's going to be the best player, bar none, on both sides of the ball? It's going to always be Giannis. It's going to always be Giannis. And now, so far, other than the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is, other than the Cleveland Cavaliers, this is probably the hottest team in the NBA and the Milwaukee Bucks. They did have a starting off easy schedule, so I will give them, like, they did start off with a favorable schedule, a lot of rest to start off the season, but they've been playing really well, bro, and they've been holding it down all the way. Now um, the covering against everyone, 8-1 to the spread. As far as the first half, they've been covering in the first half like crazy as well. If I'm not mistaken, 7-2, depending on where you got it, maybe 8-1 in some other books there. I think that the Bucks have shown us already that they're gonna just continue to let the guy be the best guy in Giannis, and then you have to beat us. You have to out rebound us. You have to continue to do things there. Now, Giannis even got a day off against OKC, where we talked about, and Bobby Portis had the 21 rebounds. I just really think this team is just showing us right now, like, yeah, this is the Suns of the East. You know what I'm saying? They're the Suns of the East. The Bucks are right now, and they gonna hold it down all the way around. Now, being that they are favorites on the road against a team that I don't think is a chump or anything like that. I don't think that the Hawks are chumps or anything, but they kind of got some monkeys off their chest. They feel good about themselves. Like, they already tributed takeoff, if you think about it, with the win in New Orleans against Zion, winning by 3 points in overtime. Very tough game to win. That wasn't that long ago. Both of these guys are same rest, so there's no rest of it disadvantage. You got to go with the Milwaukee Bucks in here. And the first half is where I'm going to target. They have yet to lose in the first half against the spread so far on the road, 4-0 in that point. As far as against the spread in the first half on the road, the Bucks been doing it for us. Why not continue to go back to it? We're going to take the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks, fear the deer in the first half, -2, -110. Just lock in, bro. Just lock in and do what you got to do in the first half. And that's the only way I'm thinking here. Other than that, like, we could talk about the Hawks. We could talk about the Hawks, because right now the Hawks haven't did anything to show us that they're ready to start off games hot, or to play really good defense consistently throughout the. I mean, since the McMillan tenure, I would say that, no shot to him, no shot to Nate McMillan. I think he's a great coach, but since his tenure, they haven't showed any consistency to be throughout the quarters all the way consistent, unless it's like a crazy blowout type game, which we don't anticipate that to happen in this game. I think the Bucks bench as well, having a rookie to come off the bench, play key minutes last game, play key minutes the last few games, hitting down threes. I think they have a really good structure in their bench as well against this Hawks team. I think they just have too much length, too much dominance, too much physicality. Even though the Hawks can match it, they can match it. It's just that I don't think they are going to be able to match it against this three tough opponents back to back to back for the Hawks. I think this one gets them a little bit shocked early on. So we took the first half -2 for the Bucks, and a lot of that has to do with the Hawks being bad early on. 2-7 so far in the first half to start the season. Just think the Bucks continue their trend here, that they haven't lost a first half yet in the first half as far as against the spread. We're gonna keep doing that on the road. So we're gonna rock with the Bucks there. That's what we're doing in the first half. I do like the Bucks full game, but I'm not gonna mess around with that. What's up, little man? What's up? You want some? I got you, bro. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Daddy duties always start. Here you go, little bro. All right. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for joining us as well. Everybody that's joining us in here, appreciate y'all. Y'all already know it's all love. Let's go here and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to Who-Bangin Sports channel, Make sure y'all subscribe. We're gonna try to do way more shows for NBA breakdowns. Games like this, it's 15 games today. We already gave y'all 2 plays so far. We ready to lock in and keep going here. So it's a lot of games that I do have some more. I still do have some more action here, but it's a lot of games I really just looking to watch. Starting off with let's go into this game. I do want to watch this game. I do want to watch this game. I do want to watch this game in the Knicks Timberwolves. Knicks first half is only at the Garden though. I'll start off saying that. Knicks first half is only at the Garden. They are on the road against the Timberwolves team that are not probably going to play Rudy Gobert here. I don't think he's going to play. He's possibly you never know though because there's some COVID stuff there. He got health and safety protocol. It's the reason why he was out last game. So he still probably, let me check here just to make sure anything new out there. I don't think he's going to play. So that being said, I'm thinking, oh shit, Dame is going to play today. Wow, got new news right there, just that fast. Okay, I'm gonna look in on that game a little bit more too. So we're gonna talk about that game. I'm glad we haven't talked about that yet. I was going to go into that too. I'm glad we haven't talked about it. So the Knicks don't want to trust them early because they're not at the Garden, but the Timberwolves not having a Rudy Gobert, I kind of can't trust them neither. The problem here that I have with this Knicks team is sometimes they forget their identity. Sometimes they just forget their identity. Sometimes they just go against that, start jacking up threes. Most of the time they understand that they're a paint type of dominant type team. They're number 3, if I'm not mistaken, in points in the paint. Let me double check that before I just start running my mouth though, y'all. My apologies if I just did it. Number 1 actually for the season. Number 1 in points in the paint. My apologies there. So the Knicks have that identity. They going in the paint. They doing what they have to do in the paint. Especially if you don't got Rudy Gobert, you got to think like, okay, the Knicks may be able to take advantage of that. It's not like this team has been playing really good paint defense with Rudy Gobert in the lineup, but they are ranked 9th in that regard. So without them, thinking that they're out of the top 10, maybe there could be some exposure there for the Knicks. The problem with this game is that the question marks regarding Rudy's status, I don't think they have declared him out of the game yet, which is crazy about the damn Dame shit, which I'm just randomly just jumped on there with y'all. But yeah, Rudy Gobert, okay, he's out so far, but it's one of those things that is until he tests, I believe, a few times, and it could be possibly out of it because he got vaccinated. So it's a lot of things to think about in regards to this game. So I don't want to drive myself crazy with all these games based off of that, but I am thinking the Knicks are probably a good spot here. They can handle business. As far as this team, they've already shown us that they are playing pretty good basketball, even though they have lost 4 of their last 5 games. I still believe that they've been very competitive in every game, probably outside of the Cleveland game, but Cleveland's just been really like running through shit. And I just think that's what they're going to continue to do. But as far as the Knicks, I do like the Knicks here. This team is not that good in the Minnesota Timberwolves, in my opinion. Obviously, they're going to beat the Rockets, but come on now, who isn't going to beat the Rockets? The Rockets are underdogs today against OKC, so you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is there. But I'm sorry, against the Magic. So it is what it is there. But yeah, so I don't want anything to do with this game. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to watch this game for sure. This is a backwood, in my opinion. Another game that was going to be a backwood, we could talk about it now because I kind of already – it was this game right here. It was the Trailblazers against the Heat. This was going to be a backwood, and I'll tell you why. Trailblazers defense is for real. Their offense isn't since Dame has been out. And since Simons is listed doubtful, I was thinking Dame is going to be out as well. But now Dame is going to play. It got me thinking like, man, this team is totally different. With Dame in the lineup, this is a totally different team. Now, before that news, I'm sure the spread hasn't – I haven't looked at if it made a reaction yet because it's just news that just dropped here. Obviously, it will make a reaction to the market. But it was where I last looked at it, it was at 7. Now it's at 6. So it moved 1 point since the Dame news. The problem with backing this team was about the offense to me. Hero is still questionable. Not sure if that pushes him to play more or for him to play. But I'll tell you what I think about this Miami team for sure, because this was going to be considered a backwood for me. But I'll just go off the hip really on what I was thinking here. Now that I've kind of got a little confidence in Portland's offense, I'm thinking more so on their side, especially with the Tyler Hero news. So I think Tyler Hero is nursing a left ankle sprain, that and it's kind of up in the air so far. So it's up in the air so far about what's going on, but they have pretty much probable situations with Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Dedman, and a rookie, Jokic, Jovic, sharpshooter, the rookie there. As far as this team in general, we talked about uh, Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry sucks, bro. Like, he's just not good in my opinion. I just don't like Kyle Lowry whatsoever. And that'll be it. That'll be enough what I'll say about that. But I just don't think that this team is going to move the needle to be able to cover the big six spread, even with Dame in the lineup. So that's why I'm thinking here in this game. I'm not sure if I'm having any issues. I'm starting to get like I could have sworn I have my shit plugged up, but I'm starting to see like it's maybe a connection issue here. So if you guys see a connection issue, make sure y'all say something. I'm gonna try to look here, bro. Let's make sure I ain't tripping. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just make sure. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Appreciate everybody that's joining. Everybody in the chat. Everybody locked in. Appreciate all y'all, bro. Yeah, man. So this Portland game, this kind of was going to be a backwood for me, but now that Dame is in, kind of looking towards this Portland team, bro. I just think that they're going to be continuing to play really inspired basketball, especially with their guy coming back. It's just that's the only way I'm looking, bro. That's the only way I'm looking in that game. But I was off the hip mostly because I planned on not talking too much about the game. Yeah, so that next game, let's talk about this game. This game right here, I don't think I'm going to bet this game neither. So I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm going to try to keep it as quickly as possible. Both of these guys played yesterday. These two teams played yesterday. Zach LaVine is possibly going to be out with an injury management tag to the report. As far as the Raptors are 4-1 ATS at the house. I'm sorry, away from the house this season. They playing really well. Nick Nurse made a statement prior to yesterday's game that guys got to step up. A lot of guys had double figures. Even the rookie had 10 blocks, and Christian Coloco, he was killing, and Fred VanVleet had 30. So you think that translates into the same game because they're playing the same team and they're going to be missing out on Zach LaVine. You expect them to possibly do that. This team is already shorthanded in the Bulls. I don't think that none of these guys are coming back anytime soon. As far as Lonzo, they don't think he's going to pull a Dame and just pop up today like that. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. So I can only think the Raptors again. I think the Raptors are already showing that they're underdogs. Probably good reasoning for the money to be going the other way is with the Zach LaVine news. So I think that's the reason why the money or the line is moved to 2.5. When I looked at it, it was at 4. So I think that is in a reason why the market is looking in that direction of the Raptors as well. I agree with that. I think that the Zach LaVine news kind of just gives me a reaction that's normal to go ahead and think that the Raptors hold it down. The reason why I haven't bet this game, and I'm probably not going to bet this game, is because they're playing such a quick motion, and after the game, Bulls, they kind of like, all right, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Like, you feel me? They know they go get back after losing last game. So I don't expect them to have a similar, approach to the game that they did last game. So I can only think the Bulls here, but yeah, I only think the sharp side. I think the sharp side is the Bulls here. I think that the fact that I'm with the public probably and everyone else that I think that's going to be betting this game with the Raptors, I'm not going to bet this game. I'm gonna stay away from that, and that's just the reason why I believe that them may will be able to duplicate what they did, even though they are really good on the road, 4-1 against the spread so far this year. I'm not thinking that they're going to do the same thing back-to-back games against the same opponent. I'm gonna stay away from this game though, just based off of that though. So yeah, on the next game, I do have action here. We're not gonna waste your time. Again, we're not trying to waste your time. So the Grizzlies are 3-point underdogs, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I checked, when I was capping this game, they were 3.5. So they're 3.5 underdogs at the house against the Boston Celtics team that's really good. Love shooting threes. Set a franchise record in 3 points. 3 points last game, and they did it in style. I feel like this Grizzlies team, they haven't showed good defense yet this year. You know, they have shown to be able to be competitive on the offensive side of the ball, and I believe they are going to be able to keep up with this Boston team. And I think they are going to be able to do things that they want to do on the offensive side of the ball. It's just, do I trust them to be able to get out of, the middle tier of not being able to compete against the top teams? And I do expect this Celtics team to be at top level against this Memphis team. The only issue though that I have really with this Memphis team, it's not only just about the defense, but they do have Steven Adams questionable with the suffered a knee injury in the last game. So he is questionable. Not sure if he's going to be available today. That is a definite. I want to ping pong that, because one thing that the Celtics team likes to do is shoot threes. If you continue to give them opportunities to shoot threes, they're going to make most of them. So if the rebound is compromised with Steven Adams out, even though we do know that they have guys that can gang rebound, like Clarkson. I mean, sorry, not Clarkson, but I just lost bro name like that fast. Brandon Clark. You feel me? Like Brandon Clark. Um, I'm not sure if Tillman is going to be getting any more looks if he's out of it. They're probably going to run more. Uh, I can see them probably running more Santi Alderman, the rookie kid. So I think they could probably run more of him. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I do like this Grizzlies team on the prop side, because I think the offensively are going to be able to do what they want to do against this Celtics team that does have really good defense, that are number one in a lot of categories, right back to where they were. You know what I mean? As far as what they have been doing against opponents in the paint, that is ranked 11th. We know what type of team that this Memphis Grizzlies is. They're number 4 in points in the paint. And I like to keep in on that, because we know what type of player Jai is. He's not like a 3-point specialist. He's an inside the paint type of guy. But I do like his 3-point props today. But I'm not going to go with that today. I think the prop that I really like the most is Desmond Bane, over 3.5 assists. Shout out to Edge House with this information regarding Desmond Bane. And as far as just what you're going to be able to look up, he's been averaging 4.8, if I'm not mistaken. 4.8. My apologies, you guys. 4.5 assists per game. This bet he's been going over this at a pretty high rate. I believe it's at 75%, 78%. Been at a crazy rate over the last few games. He's been killing in that regard, as far as what he's been dishing the ball out, because he's another primary ball handler. Well, he's another ball handler that they have for the Memphis Grizzlies, especially since DeAnthony Melton is not there no more. So it seems like it's been even more over the last 5 games for him. He's averaged 5.8 assists. So I think it continues to go over for Desmond Bane in the assist regard. I think you may be some recipient of some 3-pointers for Ja on those assists. And that could be the connection there as well. So I like Bane to go over the 3.5 assists. It's at plus money. Plus 115 is what I got it at. Plus 112 right before I hopped on the show. That's why I've seen it at. So I do think that this is a good look as far as the offense for Grizzlies, where they're going to get the offense from another distributor. They stop Ja. They have to have Bane be that guy. So I think Bane be able to kick the ball around, get the guys open. 3.5 assists for Bane. Again, last 5 games averaging 5.8 assists. We keep going there. So I'm sorry, not 5.8 assists. My apologies, you guys. 3.4, but at the same time, it's five for the full season. I just threw off right there. Jesus, my apologies, y'all. Yeah, my fault, my fault. 4.5. There you go. Just whoo, crazy. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking in this game, man. I like the Bane over 3.5 assists. One of those props that's been cashing. I think it continues to do so. Yeah, that's what I'm on this game. Other than that, I do think that the line is kind of telling me that it's probably a Celtics spot, but I don't want to be involved in the actual side here. I think it's gonna be a gritty, grindy ass game. Seeing that this is in the Grizzlies in Grind City, and the Grizzlies, if I'm not mistaken, they haven't lost at the house yet. 4-0 straight up at the house so far. But this is a back-to-back game for them, so we'll see what's going on with that. Other than that, man, let's go into another game here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Is the Nuggets against the Spurs? Let's talk about it real quick. So this game, I'm tough on this one. I think I'm have to get talked on the Denver Nuggets though. I think I have to be able to get talked on the Denver Nuggets. I'm not sure if I'm going to be talked on it yet, but I think I have to be able to get talked on it because other than that, man, this is the tough ass game with the Nuggets. They have a pretty much team that's deflated in the Spurs. The Spurs, bro, like they overachieved already this year. You know what I'm saying? They overachieved already. These motherfuckers wasn't supposed to be this good. You know, they wasn't supposed to be this good. The regression is coming, and this has been showing over the last 3 games. They lost their last 3. So it's kind of showing that it is. They can't really score 101, 106, 101 over those last, I'm sorry, 100 points, 106, 100, 101. They haven't been able to score. So this Nuggets team will put up points. The Nuggets will put up points. Look, I know you are. I know you're gonna talk me onto it, Ski. That's why I was talking. I was talking about you, bro. I knew you was here. I knew you was. Like, you got to be the person to talk to you on this. But it makes nothing but the best of sense to be on the Nuggets because the San Antonio Spurs they can't score, bro. Over the last 3 games, they can't score, and the Nuggets kind of just have to get right type game. This is a potential backwood, but my boy Ski probably gonna talk me on it. I can kind of already know because it just makes the most sense to be on the Nuggets and think that they're gonna smack city these motherfuckers, bro. As far as the San Antonio Spurs, I think they're gonna have Vassell. He did play last game, so they're gonna have Vassell for sure. Only guys that are doubtful for the Denver Nuggets is Ish Smith, and power forward Najee, but nobody we're gonna talk about too much. Jeff Green is probable, most likely be in the lineup in the rotation. Zach Collins got questionable tag today, so that is interesting because he did miss the last game with a leg injury. Uh, they talk about the guys that are considered glass. He's probably one of those guys as well. Hasn't been able to have a full season, and he's still in the league. So he hasn't had a full season. Zach Collins still in the league. That's crazy. Yeah, but San Antonio Spurs, I can only think that direction. I mean, I can only think to fade them, bro. At this point, there's no way I'm going to back San Antonio Spurs. They can't score. They haven't been able to get over 110 points in such a long time. I think the last time they had more than 110 points, it was on the 28th. That was the last time they had more than 110 points. We're not going to back a team that can't get to 110 against a team that's averaging, a crazy amount of points. I believe they are at 116 points what they're averaging so far this year, 7th in the league. I'm not doing it. So I only think the Nuggets, based off of them being able to score and deflating these Spurs here. So Nuggets is what I'm thinking. Team total in that direction. Them to win the game by margin. That's the way I'm thinking. But again, it was going to be considered backwood. But I know my guy Ski is going to talk to me. So he said he talked to me in 15 minutes. Yeah, I know, bro. All right, so yeah, so let's go into this game. I do got action in, so I continue to talk about trends. I keep talking about what things have been cooking and how things have been shaking up. This game that I do like a lot. This is a scary trend. And this trend is going against, all the eye shit that you see for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks have been playing pretty good basketball. And let's talk about their defense. Let's talk about their defense so far this year. Dallas Mavericks are number 8 in opposing points per game at allowing 109 points. And they have been holding, I think they've been holding opponents' rebounds as well. Number 1 in opposing rebounds. Number 1 in opposing rebounds. They're allowing opponents 39 rebounds a game, bro. That like the best at it. You know what I'm saying? We know what's up with Brooklyn, bro. They 23rd in that regard. They're giving it up. They can't even get rebounds. If I'm not mistaken, let me pull that up really quick. If I'm not mistaken, I think right now they are 28th, tied for 28th with rebounding the ball. But you know who they are? They're tied with, and this is a strange stat. I looked up. They're tied with the Mavericks. They slow the ball so much that it's such a slow amount of rebounds. So much less possessions there that they really are bad at rebounding, just as bad as it will show on the stats that they're just as bad as the Nets, but that's just because they are slowing the pace. So you're thinking about the actual pace for Brooklyn as of late. I mean, for the season is 24 ranked 24th 24th in the season, but over the last 5 games, I believe, let me see where I've seen that shit at. It's even a little bit slower than that at 27. So I would think that they want to combat that in this game. They want to increase the pace. They want to get more opportunities, even if they are bad at the boards, because we see with the eye test that they're not good with rebounding the ball. But they are going to have one of their best rebounders, and they are going to have one of their best defenders. And what they've shown us so far against the spread in the first half on the road is that they are covering games. So I think that this is going to be an interesting game, full game for sure. And you could possibly see the Dallas Mavericks be able to come out with that third quarter magic that they were finding in the playoffs. But in this game, bro, I can only think to take the trend, go to the bank with it, take the Nets in the first half. They're 4-0 ATS in the first half. Take that to the bank with it. After that, don't trust the Nets. Don't trust the Nets after that, because I just don't. I'm not about to trust them until I see it consistently. But I do think that Brooklyn Nets are probably backable in the future. But this Dallas team, I'm gonna hold it off. I'm gonna call y'all card today. That's how I feel. I'm gonna call y'all card today. If I lose this bet, hey, I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to back a team that I'm going to be making money with in the Brooklyn Nets, and I've been right there with them with making money. But if Dallas be able to come out and cover, I think I would understand. It's just because they are for real and they be able to take advantage of the pace. I think that's what they're going to try to do. But I think if Brooklyn wins this game, it's going to be because Steph Curry was hitting his shots, a lot of opportunities for Kevin Durant to be special. And then you have Ben Simmons, who's already said that he's going to play in this game. Him be able to play some sort of defense on Luka, some sort of defense. And I'm just hoping that it happens today. So early on, more than often. So I like the Brooklyn Nets in the first half. I took that. That's the official play for me at +3, -105. Again, 4-0 ATS on the road in the first guy. He said this guy is this guy the percent. I don't understand what's up with Instagram lives. Like, what's happening with you? How you feeling? I appreciate you for being here, but I don't understand what you do. But the next year, that's where I'm going. +3, Brooklyn Nets. And yeah, that's my last bet that I locked in. So as far as these other few games, I keep it G with y'all. Not gonna hold y'all out. The one that I'm really liking the most. It gotta be this one. It gotta be this one. It gotta be this one. I don't want to do it, man. This is why I haven't bet this game. They haven't played no defense. Washington, instead of Washington Wizards. Damn, they playing like the Washington Wizards on defense. The Warriors, the Warriors right now, they've been terrible, bro. They've been terrible on the defensive side of the ball. I don't trust them, bro. I don't trust them at all. The offense for the Kings. Now, the last game, if I'm not mistaken, was the game winner Yes, it was the game winner against Orlando, where De'Aaron Fox, who had been missed over the last few games, came back to play against the Orlando Magic, got in the game, balled the hell out, hit a game-winning three against the Orlando Magic. Yeah, I haven't quite went to the window with this one yet, bro. I haven't. I can't do it yet. I can't do it though. Honestly, Ski, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't bet the Golden State Warriors this big ass spread after no defense ass. I can't do it. I ain't gonna lie, but that's the only way out. This is the closest game that I have action on. Like this is the closest one. This is the closest one, and I just think that they show it today, but I just haven't did it, bro. But that game, bro, with Orlando, man, it kind of should be telling, man. That's what I'm saying. It should be telling. It should be telling us, bro, the Orlando Magic sucks. You know what I'm saying? The Orlando Magic sucks. That's what that should be telling, in my opinion. They had to have a 3-point game winner from a guy that just came back to the lineup. You feel me? Come on, man. I can only think Golden State here, even though they haven't played any defense. They have been able to take care of business with this team, if I'm not mistaken. Um, they have been able to take care of business against this team, obviously winning games. They've been winning, I believe, like a lot of those games on them far as the matchup, but covering it's been two out of the last. I'm sorry, three out of the last two. Three out of the last five that they have covered there. So yeah, man, I can only go Golden State, bro. I think these motherfuckers whoop their ass. Probably play some defense, man. Maybe the little punch got really a situation. Like it's a lot of songs now. I'm not gonna let nobody Draymond Green me. It's a lot of little shit out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about this situation. So maybe it is affecting the team, but you know, points per game, bro. They rank dead last, 121 points. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So yeah, I it's tough, but that's the one. That's the last one. Other than that, yeah, the last other games, Cavs. I could see myself betting the Cavs tonight. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna have to see what the today looks like. That's the only way I'm looking in that direction. Um, but yeah, pre-game wise, it was only the other team. The Lakers. We not even about to talk about the Lakers. So enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves today. Enjoy yourselves today. I hope y'all had a good time. My son is telling me I need to at least give him something right now before I start the pub show. So y'all know what it is. Y'all know where to find me. Try Wham on Twitter. I will be tweeting out all my action here. So far, we locked in 4 bets. Maybe some more. I think my guy's gonna be talking me on to some other games. So far we on Desmond Bain over 3.5 assists plus 115. We did take 3 other plays sides all in the first half. The Bucks first half -2, 4-0 ATS on the first half and on the road. Magic -2.5 in the first half. They are 3-1 ATS at the house in the first half. The Nets first half +3. They haven't lost yet in the first half on the road as well, as much as the Bucks. So we're going with those 3 on the first half. Desmond Bain over 3.5 assists. Y'all know where to find me. Try Wham on Twitter. Appreciate everybody in the chat. My boy Ski, my boy Corenzo, Dabby Cab. You already know, man. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Try to do more of these. If y'all have any action, tweet it and comment below. Let us know how y'all did. Prior games, whatever the case. But other than that, man, y'all know where to find me, man. Try Wham on Twitter. Peace.